doing, but I never really loved it. I was never passionate about running, and I also didn't like the way my body looked. Like that runner's body, you're just kind of like skinny fat. You know what I mean? There's no
All right, I'm just
tone.
fat. There's no skinny to me. I'm just fat. When it makes me rather people say that skinny fat because you got a little punch. Look at this. Look at this. I'm like Boston from Austin Powers. Let me eat your man. Keep going, ma'am. Keep going.
So I was like, I need to put some muscle on my frame. So I would just like the way my body looks. So that's kind of how I got started. Um, and then I found out that I could put on muscle pretty quickly. And a friend who I was training with was like, "You should compete. Like you've done a huge transformation. Like you should compete." So that's kind of how I got started. Just wanting to look better, and then found out, wow, I can actually put muscle on pretty quick. This is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's genetics is different depending on them how they grow and develop when it
Yeah.
comes to a sport like bodybuilding. Being you come from a runner's background, I know quite a ladies who were in track and field. Where there were sprinters and also did like miles and marathons. Some have come from like other sports like gymnastics, soccer. It's
Yeah.
just I think it's just finding your place in a sport that really works with how your body grows and develops.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, so after that, what was your first show? What was that experience like?
That was amazing. So, the friend, Jason, who suggested that I compete, he actually coached me. He was like, "I'll just coach you." He, I was like, he's like, "I know a little bit about bodybuilding. I've competed before. We'll just do a show together." And I went and did the Kentucky Open in August of 2023, and I was in figure at that point. Um, and I ended up winning every single class that I did. And then I won the overall also. So that experience was awesome. And I mean, after that, I was like, this is this is what I love. Like this is where I belong. This is a passion that I have. And at that moment, I was like, I'm gonna continue to do this. This is something that I want to pursue. So yeah, it was just fun.
Yeah, yeah. It's that thing is the thing about bodybuilding is a sport of passions because you know what most people wouldn't want to do what you want to do what you're doing.
Yeah,
You have to
right.
be you have to be very patient, consistent, disciplined. I mean, the everyday person doesn't want to get up like 3 or 4 in the morning to go to a gym because you have to go to work the next day, and then you also you have kids.
Yep.
So how old is your babies?
I have a 13-year-old son and a 3-year-old daughter.
A
Yeah.
3 year old. But that 13-year old, remember this, gotta beat him down. Because
Oh yeah.
he's about to he's feeling his man, he's feeling
He's
his
scared of
manhood.
mom.
Yeah, remember, you gotta beat him down. Like my mama, she had to raise me, and I had like growing up, I had like 3 sisters, 2 brothers, and also my nephews. My sister's older son was living with us for a good while. And that's almost like hey, my mom had to take care of us. It used to be like this. People used to thought that my 2 younger nephews were my mother's sons. And then, she said, my mom referred to Miss Burke had those 5 boys. No, mom had 3 boys. But then one time they thought me and my younger brother, her son, and they said, Miss Burke, what's that girl doing all those boys? 2 of those boys are her brothers. So, but I can understand you. It's just, yeah, she had to tell them that. Say that those are her, that's my sister said it like this. My mom was too old when she had her, but she was too old, too young when she had her, too old when she had the last 2. But
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. But that's good, because I know that's one hard part about being a female bodybuilder is the responsibility of taking care of a family. Especially you got still a baby.
Yes.
It's a handful, especially. Oh my God, we were talking earlier where I was talking about how my nephew, my brother's younger son, stayed with us. He was like from time he was from 2 to 5, and he was a handful. Plus, he was autistic. But how is your little baby girl? How's she doing?
She's doing good. She's a handful. She gives me a run for my money. My son was so easy. He played with his toys. He was just so well behaved. He loved to sleep. and she's just into everything that she's not supposed to be. She fell today and busted her nose and blood
Oh,
everywhere, and it's yeah,
oh,
she's okay,
poor
but just
baby.
like she was climbing up on something she wasn't supposed to. It's just all over the place. You have to watch her like a hawk,
Yeah, my
which is
mom used to,
hard when you have other things you got to do around the house and whatnot.
yeah, my mom used to say, a hard head make a soft ass. That's how it is sometimes, and it's good, And truthfully, with boys, I think some women tell me that boys are easiest because you know what? There's an old saying, "A boy's best friend is his mother," and we love
Yeah,
our moms. My mother, I took care of for the last. This is what got me into this whole thing of doing this because I was taking care of her for like 5 years, five
yeah,
6 years, and then she was my woman. That was my responsibility. But doing this content helped my mindset taking care of her. And when she passed, this gives me. I needed something to fulfill my life a bit. So doing this content, talk to you ladies, this is one thing about it that really helps me out. So
I love
you
that.
know, so yes, I appreciate that. So as you know, she did it even for my man David. So I got to be sloppy seconds. I take that. But she works as a healthcare nurse. So when did you started that, and how long you been doing it?
What, the nursing?
Yeah.
I've been a nurse for 15 years. Yeah. Um, I've worked some in the hospital and the ICU, but for the last like 9 or 10 years, I've been a home health care nurse. So I go into people's homes and provide nursing services, whatever they need, wound care and other things. Yeah. Disease education, stuff like that.
Well,
Yeah.
dealing with my mom stuff, I appreciate y'all because I would say thank you for you. People say tell military period, thank you for your service. No, military's not providing a service. I would say to you, thank you for your service because
Yeah. I
I
appreciate
appreciated the nurses that helped me out doing taking care of my mom. A lot of respect for you nurses, a lot of love for you. Quite a few ladies who've been on here, my guests have been nurses, and it's a tough job. So like remember that old commercial? It's like the Peace Corps. It's the toughest job you ever love.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah.
rewarding too. So I love it.
Yeah, and then you get to think about it. I know you come in and say, "Hey, I'm your nurse for this afternoon." And say, "Oh, whoa!"
They love it. They love it. My patients love it.
I know some of the gentlemen probably love it a lot more.
They do.
And it can't help that you're a pretty woman. And as my other guy say often, he says like, and also you are beautiful. I am sorry about him. I know he got fired because he saw you. So now you did try to get your pro card back in 2023.
Yeah.
And what was your show and what happened? What happened that first try?
So after my regional show where I won the overall, we were just going to stop there and go into like a growth season. But where I did so well, North Americans was like 2 weeks later, and we were like, well, let's just go up there and see how I rank among other nationally qualified competitors, and just see what happens. I'll either win or I'll find out exactly what I need to do to win the following year. So it was either way, it was something that I felt like I needed to do. I did the Masters and then the Open in figure, and I got fourth place in the Open and sixth place in Masters at my first national show. So, and they said that I just needed my upper body needed to be bigger, my back needed to be bigger. So I found out exactly what I needed to do, and I did it, and then came back and won my pro card the following year. Yeah. So
That's pretty good. I think the criteria are changing when it comes to these divisions, both figure and physique, where they tell you, oh, we need more density in the back, more width, more cap in the shoulder, especially in the figure division. How it's looking. You
yeah,
look at right now, as you know, there's going to be a challenge for the open figure title, and that's
yeah,
between. I think one person I will honestly I say this I hope she wins. That's Lola Montez. I'm a fan of hers. I like Missy Trescott. I don't think she deserves it, but if she wins it, I take it. The other person, I don't mention her name. I don't care about her. Poop, poop, whatever. So, so now you earned your pro card. That was at the Masters, in
Masters Nationals.
Masters
Yeah,
Nationals, which is a team collegiate show. I know a lady who also interviewed. She also turned pro that show. That was Sandra Amaro, and interviewed her a
Okay.
couple of, was a few months ago. And it's been around quite a few times. Just recently interviewed a gentleman who just got his pro card there, just last month. So what was that feeling like when after you hadn't been competing too long, but
No.
boom, getting
Yeah.
your pro card?
It was a wild experience. And I did figure and women's physique. That's when, like, halfway through my prep, I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna try women's physique. My coach was like, told me that I should. I didn't know any of the poses. I've been figure. So I had to get a posing coach and work on those poses. And I ended up doing better at women's physique. I mean, I won the overall um, at that show. So, and I ended up loving it so much better, like the poses, the routine. Um, so it was a really great experience. I mean, it's crazy, you know. It
Well,
happens so
also
fast.
you get to take off those, and also when you switch over, you get to take off those high heels.
Yes. I was always scared to death I was gonna
Yeah,
walk out there and fall. I'm like, I'm gonna fall in these heels. So
I
I'm
know. It's
glad
like I
to
said,
go away from those heels. Yeah.
I've heard quite a few stories of ladies say that sometimes they have to find like get lotion, try to get off those high heels after being on their stage, and some ladies have to sometimes because feet swell so bad, they have to take a hair dryer and expand the rubber around the straps to get them back on. I mean, it's a lot. It's a division that's been around for quite a bit, and it's so easy. Like there's a debate about crossovers. Is the reason why some divisions are changing the way they look at it now. If you can jump from figure to physique so easily, where you can, I interviewed a lady, was it about last year? She got three pro cards and two in figure and one in physique. That was at the North Americans, which is coming up next weekend.
Yeah. That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's just how it is. So that feeling that when you got your pro card, what was going through your head that day on the stage?
Shock. Honestly, shock. Um, I think I cried when I walked off the stage. It just was a very overwhelming feeling. You work so hard, um, and to have that dream come to fruition. I mean, there's nothing like that feeling. It's exhilarating. Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, it's you put a lot of time, a lot of work into bringing your physique to a certain level, especially as a competitor. And then now you have the status of IFB Pro, but now you have to start all the way to the bottom. Like when you
It,
were you're amateur, now you got to
yeah.
start back to the bottom. But then I said again, being this was your pro debut, and it's pretty good starting from the bottom, cracking the top, five in both of your shows. And that was Tupelo and the Atlanta Pro, which was just this like here she is right here, hanging out with the ladies here. A couple of ladies I interviewed who's in this lineup: Jennifer Hosteller, Tiffany Walker. I see Megan Santa Barbara, also the legendary Miss Brittany Herrera, better known as Brittany Flex. I also think who was in the top 10 of that show was also uh, Alexandra Blankenship. She's an amazing young lady, just
Yeah.
5'8", 4'8". He's short. I mean,
That was fun.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun.
I
Yeah,
had no
Linda.
expectations going into that show. Yeah. So I
Mhm.
was I was amazed. Yeah.
Well, like I said, Linda's show has been around for quite some time. It's a pretty good show. I mean, and coming in there and probably pacing out some ladies who probably would have been Olympia level competitors there, it's pretty good for yourself.
That's wild. It's wild. I I just wanted to get like half. Like if there were 16 women, I wanted to get like eighth. Like that was my initial goal. So yeah, when they called me out for that final call out, when I knew I got fourth, third or fourth, I didn't know. Um, it was crazy, and it was just fun. It was just fun being up there with those ladies. Those bosses. I mean, it was just fun. I enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, yeah, you should enjoy yourself because, like I said, this is an
Yeah.
opportunity. Not a lot of people, like I said again, can do what y'all do. And with bodybuilding, it's a lot of work and time and consistency. And I mean, and then you get to a show like either Tupelo in Atlanta and able to get as high as you did on your first year as a pro. That's an accomplishment. And also, somebody who's very impressed by it was the female bodybuilding channel. I follow AJ and JB over there. They've been on my channel. I've been on theirs. They often tell me, give me some advice and stuff going on. And they were really impressed by the physique. Did you see any of the? Because I think somebody, I don't know if somebody sent you any clips or anything from them, but do you see any of it?
No, did you send me clips of it? I'll have to watch that. That's
I I
interesting.
think it was in their story, so it's probably gone now. But
Ah,
if I can check if it still have some stuff in their YouTube or even on their IG, I'll send you some links and you can look at them.
okay.
So
Yeah.
mention these folks. While we have her here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into her social media for a bit. If you want to follow Heather, her links in the description of this live stream. You want to check her out. Support these ladies in sport and bodybuilding. They can use it. But guys, Heather, I don't say this to offend you. I say this because there's guys out there who are kind of, guys, be respectful. She got kids, no weird shit, no D pics. I know she's pretty. You get excited to see, she's right now, she's wearing a strap. You can see everything, like, but calm down, guys. Calm down.
Yeah,
Take a
that's gonna get you
breather.
blocked. Like blocked.
Yes, come on, guys. Come on, you can do better than that. We need to be better. So we're gonna
Yeah.
jump into her social media for a little bit here. And here she is. She posted some stuff here recently. This is this is like when you first started around your competition year. This is one of your earlier stages. Now this is the final form. Or feel like
Yep.
you're still ready for the next level. Are you like
I am
Goku?
ready for the next level. That's right. Yes.
So you're gonna hit the Super Saiyan, skill set. Yeah. And
Yeah.
here she is here, and here she is posing at the Linda show. And who's your posing coach, and who's you been working with?
Kenny Wallach is my posing coach.
Oh,
He's
that's a legend.
amazing.
He's a
Yeah.
legend. I've heard quite a few ladies who've been working with him. He's one of the top guys in the sport. I
Yeah.
mean,
He makes everything perfect. I mean, everything perfect. And he's very OCD and he gives directions so well. Like, yeah, he knows the human body and how to make it look amazing in poses.
well, I heard quite a few most good things about Mr. Wallach. I mean, he's I would say one of the top guys in the business when it comes to
Yeah.
posing, understanding how the body moves, how to put yourself in the right position, and also to
Yes.
be a good performer at the same time as a good poser. And also, who's your
Yes.
main coach? Who's the person that you worked with for the
Um
last couple years?
Blue Taylor.
Uh, and how many is he? Are you his only client? Or he has other clients.
Oh, he has probably 300 and some clients. Yeah, and mainly he works with men. So, but he has a few women, obviously. I'm one. He coaches Yvonne Pennington, which is going to the Olympia in
Yeah,
women's
actually,
physique.
true story about this. I interviewed her the day before she won her qualification at the Legion
Okay.
Pro. As you
Yeah.
know, she serves our country. So I say to her, anybody who serves our country, I don't say thank you for your
Yes.
service. I say I appreciate the sacrifice you have made as a citizen for this country. And she's the last champion to hold the women's physique Legion Pro title. As you know, they no longer have that division
Oh,
or figure at the Legion show.
I hate that.
And those show Daytona, they dropped women's physique too, and open and masters. I mean, it's getting tough because I think women's physique is getting that stink eye when it
Oh
comes
no,
to
I hate
yeah,
that. I
yeah, because
love I love women's physique. I like the muscle categories. That's just me.
yeah.
To
What, what,
each their own.
what me being a fan as long as bodybuilding I was a fan of women's bodybuilding. When physique
Yeah.
came on, I call it down. I call it watered down women's bodybuilding. And I was a big fan at first, but you know what? I really have a lot of respect for you ladies. And good many of my interviews are with physique competitors. I've had two women bodybuilders, here and there,
Yeah.
this sprinkle figure. I'm dipping into also some bikini competitors. Had a couple of wellness competitors. Just recently had a couple of fit models divisions. Excuse me. Ha! I mean, I'm not a. I'm no. I have no offense against the competitors, but I'm not a fan of division. I think
I
there's a
couldn't agree more. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what was critique from the judges at Atlanta?
Tyler Mannion told me that I needed to have more depth and density to my back. Um, and my legs needed to be bigger. And then he's like, you just need to grow all around as well, but mainly my back and my legs. So that's what we're going to focus on. He said that I had my condition was perfect, and that I had a good flow and good shape, like the classic tapered look. So yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, the thing is, I think every judge has a different critique of a competitor,
yeah,
and often, sometimes they want to see more definition, more size. I feel like they're getting way too far from when it comes to the criteria because sometimes I think the judges are calling maybe hurting the divisions more than helping it. So, in your personal opinion, what do you feel like is your best physical feature?
my best physical feature. I'm proud of my back. I have worked really, really hard on my back. Because so after that first national show, I mean, that's what they told me that I needed. I needed more cap shoulders, and a wider, thicker back. And so I really put a lot of effort into my back and my shoulders. My shoulders grew. They like to grow for whatever reason. um, so yeah, I'm gonna say my back.
Yeah, I think the back is probably the most popular one that a lot of ladies talk about. Some say their legs, some say the quads, some say the abs. You want to work on everything as an athlete to come full circle. Now here she is her debut, which is her official first show. That's in Tupelo, and I heard some ladies that they didn't like the fact the show was so late in the afternoon. Like I think you said it too, even if you were David, that the show was so late in the day. I mean, 5 o'clock.
It was. I don't know if I'll ever do a show again that's like that. My body doesn't respond well. Like it was either that or I was just really nervous because the peak just wasn't where it needed to be. I didn't really get a pump backstage when I was trying to pump up. And I think it was probably cortisol and the fact that it was the evening. And I've been waiting around all day, and that anticipation was building. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I
Excitement
like a
and
morning
excited.
show.
Yeah, I think I know. When I went to Tampa for my friend's competition, she was competing in Masters, and they had it like at 5 o'clock, and it'd been better than maybe had 2 or 3 because we afterwards, me and her husband tried to find someplace to eat. It was hard to find same place to eat. But yeah, I think a lot of competitors like to do the shows early in the morning, get it out of the way, and then have like this has been a better time at 5 o'clock to do the finals.
Yeah.
And one lady who's been a guest on my channel a couple of times, I call her the Iron Woman, Marika Jones.
Oh,
She drove from Tupelo
no,
to Texas. That's at least a 7 to 8 hour drive. And
yeah.
I gotta give respect to her. She's been a guest on my channel quite a few times. We try to keep in contact. I mean, when I was like, what I do is like sometimes like when the show's coming up, I do I do a list of who's competing on the show, and I post it on my social media. And when I saw the list saying like
Like,
Marika
wait a minute.
Bill, wait a minute, I know that because sometimes she'll either go by Marika Bill or Marika Jones. And I said, wait a
Yeah.
minute, is that a typo? I mean, and she said, no, it's not a typo. I said, how's she doing it? And she went on live and she said she slept in the back of the truck. Her friend drove her down. He got there. I mean, I had to call her. I got her a new name. She's the Iron Woman. Dun, 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 dun. Rest in peace, Ozzy. You know, I mean, amazing lady. I mean, it's like yourself. She's also a single mother. She works also.
Yeah, she was awesome. I got to meet her backstage. But I have to stand on stage with her at Tupelo. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
she's awesome.
She's a great person. I hope to see her back next year. I know she said she was shut it down after this. We have here my man David Bryan from the Female Bible Forum. He says Heather is a lovely. She was one of my favorite interviews. Oh, He's
Hey,
14.
David.
Also, he says this. He says, and George, you gotta tell the ladies no V pics.
No
Stop it.
V pics. Stop sending those V pics to.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you send them to me. I take them. I'm a lonely man. I'm telling you. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's so
it's
funny.
yeah. It's amazing how hard work and dedication, keeps our ladies do this sport. Most people, when they think of bodybuilding, they think about I just pop some steroids and take it and run and I'll just be like and really. But there's more to this. I mean, there's the diet, consistency, the training. Like, what's the day to day for you when you're, especially coming up, getting ready for this year for your pro debut?
Well, I wake up at 4 a.m. every morning and I go and do fasted cardio. I keep cardio in all off season just so I don't gain too much fat. Um, and then I come home, I eat breakfast, I get all of my meals ready for the day, wake my kids up, get them ready for school, take them to school, and then I go and work my job all day. Once I'm done seeing patients, then I go to the gym and I train, and um, and then I go and pick my daughter up from the babysitter. I'm home usually around, I must say, between 6 and 7 in the evening, and then we do the bedtime, dinner, you know, nighttime routines, and then wake up and do it all over again the next day. It's not very exciting. It's very mundane and routine and structured, but I thrive off of that. I need that personally. I don't like chaos. I like things planned out. So, yeah.
Well, you talk to the wrong guy. I love chaos. I love anarchy. My favorite things is dynamite and gasoline. Like this, Heather. I'm just a dog chasing cars. I don't know what to do if I get one. I particularly just in love having fun. Just love we say anarchy and chaos. That's like music. It's mother's milk.
Yeah, you
I'm
wouldn't like bodybuilding then, Joker.
Yeah, he would not. It is he doesn't believe in order, but he loves chaos. And
He
yeah, that's the thing
does.
is that's the important part about being a bodybuilder. You need that discipline. Motivation can change from the wind.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I mean, you can get one morning, the baby's crying, like I don't feel like doing this. Your son say, "Hey, mama, I'm a man, mama." Say, "Nah, you my baby, I'll beat you down." Say, but you have to. It's important for you to keep that constant, consistent regimen because sometimes it can affect how you grow and develop as a bodybuilder.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And yeah, I don't always want to go. I know my alarm goes off and I'm like, no. I don't want to get up, but I do, right? I always feel better afterwards too. I gotta remind myself of that sometimes. Some mornings, like you're gonna get there, you're gonna do your cardio because that's usually the hardest part. Is 4 a.m. fasted cardio, just waking up that early. Um, but yeah, like you're gonna feel better once it's finished, and I always do. I'm always thankful. I never regret doing the things that I need to do ever.
Well, that's the thing. I learned that from my mother that sometimes you got to do things that you need to do, especially when you have a family to take care of,
Yeah,
responsibilities you have to do. We have to be adults. I got a brother. He still act like he's like we tell him you're not the baby. You're our mother's last child, but you're not a baby. You're a grown
yeah,
man. It's a lot of things you have to do for yourself to maintain because this sport can be mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. That's the big part right there, the financial part, because you got to think about it. The cost of your paying your coach, the gym, also your food, your diet, going to the shows, your posing suits right there. I mean, that's your car
yeah,
note, that's your rent, it's a mortgage, depending on who the suit designer is. I mean, also, I'd say like this for the guys, and I keep saying this because it's two guys. I know your food costs probably a little more, but when it comes show days, it's more expensive for the ladies because all you guys got to do is pour a pair of banana hammers and board shorts. That's it. These ladies have the presentation of have to have a combination of having great muscle and also maintaining a level of femininity. That's always a debate about bodybuilding. The difference between it's important to have the muscularity and femininity can both come together as one.
Yeah, yes, I think it does. I think we see it, you know, with all the women that are up there, and I think that's important. It's important to me, um, to stay feminine. I feel more feminine now having more muscle than I ever did when I